Yo. Oh my goodness. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, or even the Patreon, where we're currently watching from, and today I am so ready, at least initially here, probably not ready for this at all, because I'll be doing my first and full album review session here of IVE's second EP called IVE Switch. Now for those fellow guys or fan of the channel here remotely, you guys know how much I love IVE's albums ever since their debut era, and just their music in general, right? Their music can be so up my alley in terms of taste, but also at times their music can just showcase so much range, and that's what I was sensing yet again in the highlight medley leading up into Heya, which, oh my goodness, the time when we checked out Heya together and the music video tied along to it, straight perfection. I mean, the production, the arrangement of the song, the production value of the music video, and how things were distributed amongst the members, where each and every single member had their highlightable moments. Even Gael with the interlude in the song went crazy. But hey, no worries if you didn't enjoy Heya. Of course, they have their other title track that's gonna get a music video, which I didn't want to wait for because, you know, I don't want to put this EP on that much of a hold, of course, especially now that I'm more free to do these videos. So yes, we'll be checking out including Accendio, the full second EP. I'm pretty sure I said Accendio, Blue Heart, and specifically Ice Queen really stood out to me, aside from Heya. But hey, without further ado, let's dive into this album review now. Alright, so the first track we have here is called Accendio. Of course, we are not easing ourselves into this. It goes from Heya into the other title track, it seems like, and from what I was hearing from the highlight medley, this might just be one of my top favorites coming off of this album. We shall see, but it makes sense considering the individuals behind this track. Like, sure, whatever, we can say Ryan Jun, but he has done a lot of questionable things. I've said it numerous amount of times, and unfortunately he's on every single track. But hey, at least I have favorite individuals on this particular track here. We got the likes of Sejiyum. Sejiyum has worked with IVE in the past before, and many of my favorite artists, specifically speaking for IVE, we're talking about Afterlike, if I can recall correctly, even the likes of 11, and one of my top favorite B-sides from them, Blue Blood. That's right, Blue Blood. But if you thought that was crazy, we have Sejang, who has taken part on likes of Hypnosis by IVE, has worked with many of my favorites, such as From His Nine's Escape Room, Attitude even, oh my goodness, right? And who also was worked with a good amount of my favorites that got me into the K-pop scene, if I recall correctly, the likes of EXO. So let me bring it up here. Like I said, I am ready, but we shall see if I end up being ready for this at all. But let's go. Let me turn it up here a bit.
Yeah. Dear priest,
Ray, right off the chain. With this trap percussion. Young. The delivery is done in this very cynical, mysterious manner. Ooh, that drum kit work with Yijin here in this pre-chorus. Ooh, I like the movement to this song so far. And the tempo to it. Oh, we are getting sense. Slowly but surely as the song progresses. Wow. Just the impact of this verse 2 is insane so far. Oh, the rhyme scheme. Ray. She did not just do that. I love the snare drum work. Just with the, you know, hi-hats, the horns blazing over on this track. Watch me, don't touch me. Love the attitude. Just the overall bite to this song, right? Cast a spell Accendio. I mean, it just feels like they're casting a spell on us. Like, what sort of witchcraft is this? Whoa. Where's this going? That was a nice, like, breakdown moment from Wanyang there.
Watch me, don't touch me, love me, don't hurt me.
Bring it back.
Watch me, don't touch me. Watch me, don't touch me, love me, don't hurt me. Watch me, don't touch me.
I love those synth strings. Bring it back. Love the layering, the vocal layering, the blending. You hear this? I am so conflicted now because, like, Heya really grew on me upon, like, the first listen. Like, as in, like, when I was going through the first listen, it kept getting better and better, and then the second go around really solidified it for me. But then you got Accendio. I can't even imagine how the choreo is going to play out for this song, first of all. Second of all, how the music video is going to play off in this song, and just the concept with it, too, right? But with the initial verse 1, very intriguing. It entices you, gets you engaged with the likes of Ray and EXO, of course. But, like, I like how they're tackling this approach where they sort of done this before, but, like, this is something that, like, it just is so IVE, you know what I'm saying? They're doing something that's so them, but it is so new. I don't know the best way to put it, because, like, if you really closely listen to the song and just the fine details of it, it just goes crazy with the extra nuances and arrangement and movement to this song, right? Just this propelling feeling that you get, especially with that verse 2, when we get that little bit of break moment from Jordyn, and then she brings it back. I just love how relentless this song is, and how the instrumentation really played out, not just simply with trap percussion, because they could have went that flat route with trap percussion, put in an extra, you know, boomy bass, or have some 808 bass and do a bunch of distortion. But no, right? They did this in a very cynical yet clinical kind of manner, right? And this word Accendio, right? I wonder, is there any, like, meaning behind this setting on fire? Okay, that's what I'm getting here. As a spell to set fire. Where does it say here? Let me see. To a dangerous relationship. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So even the intentions behind this song, I love the intentions behind this song. setting ablaze to something that is dangerous in terms of a relationship and moving on, right? Just straight moving on, because hey, I am better than this. So hey, don't touch me. Hey, you could be at a distance, but hey, don't touch me. You could watch me, but don't touch me, right? You can love me, but hey, I'm better than this. I'm better than you, pretty much what I'm getting here. But it goes to show you Yeko's influence with the likes of verse 1 and verse 2, but even the likes of Seojeum's influence, knowing what she is taking part of with IVE, major title tracks, major B-sides like Blue Blood, where it's done in this, militant, marching kind of manner, right? Just this full control command, right? But like just how everything was orchestrated in this song was truly beautiful, everyone. So we're definitely gonna have to go through a second go round. I'm probably gonna talk about it even more when we dive into the music video when that drops, but oh my goodness. So initially we get the intro. Hey, I have a confession, right? I have a confession here, right? This born bad mentality, and then like this moment with EXO, how badass she is with the delivery. I love it. And then this is like Wonyoung with this pre-chorus initially is just so breathtaking, right? It's done in this like casting of a spell kind of manner for Accendio, obviously. That's why it's so clever in how it plays out for this song, right? Because it links with Accendio and it links with the chorus, not just, what a pre-chorus should do in terms of getting you anticipated, getting you, hyped up for the true moment, which is the drop or whatever's gonna occur in the chorus, of course. So like this was very clever, very creative with this pre-chorus. Heavy bass work, great percussion work, but I like that vocal layering that's being done and just the dragging of the vocals, right? Liz. Very fast-paced snare drum, hi-hat work, right? With the synthesizers, I believe, that are going on here. Let's backtrack a bit. Yep, bit of synthesizers. Those horns being glazed on the top there. Don't touch me. Love me, don't hurt me. Watch me, don't touch me. Watch me, don't touch me. Love me, don't hurt me. Watch me, don't touch me. That's crazy. You know when music got you feeling a certain way that like, hey, I'm it, I'm better than this. Like I'm feeling it in terms of almost being in IVE's position, right? Or in that spot, like, hey, I'm better than this relationship. So I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Like, hey, you can still like watch me, you can still love me, but hey, I'm done with you. Accendio. I like how their vocals ascend like that, and then once we get into verse 2 here, this is where things get even more crazier, as I mentioned earlier on. That, like, it's not an organ, but it just seems like, it gives this very organ choir-esque feel. Instrumentation-wise, you feel me? But more so these synth strings and this looping that's going on. You know, aside from a very brief like moment from Gaho, and maybe she gets like obviously the post-chorus stuff slash refrain stuff. Would have loved more from Gaho out of this song, but wow, when EXO picks it up here, she goes hard in the paint with these lines. This is where I can really sense Gecko's influence in terms of rap lyrics, right? Because when it comes to Gecko, there's times where he wants to be clever with his lyrics, the rhyme scheme, but also playful and fun with lyrics and all, and you can tell it right here. Mirror, swirl. I feel like that's like, you know, the final casting, right? Just the emphasis on the ends of the lines here with Ray, right? Swirl. Oh, Liz in this song, straight perfection, very clean with the overall vocal projection.
Watch me, don't touch me, love me, don't hurt me, watch me, don't touch me.
I can't even imagine with the choreo, the facial expressions, the overall performance to this respective song is gonna go. Like, oh my goodness, it's gonna definitely be really close up there, tied neck and neck by the time I watch the music video and the live stage performances for Accendio. It's gonna be very close with Heya. But honestly, I'm pretty sure we can all tell that I am an Accendio enjoyer per se. Okay, hold up. So notice how in majority of the portion here, like, sure, they could have switched it to a bridge here, but they decided to not do so. Really risky, right? But as someone who takes account in how these arrangements go and how the intentions are playing out, all those details and factors being considered, right? If you got a song this effective, you don't necessarily need a bridge, right? You could have that breakdown that we get later on with that one-liner that's done by Wonyoung, and then the rest of this post-chorus outro moment before bringing it back for like the final go-around. You feel me? That is really cool in this moment, what I've noticed. Like a sort of a pan flute, a woodwind instrument, but I think this is the true moment with the breakdown. It's this like very conjuring, like, you know, setting that spell and just executing it in the final stretches of the song, you feel me? On the fingertips, right? You hear that woodwind work? I love it.
Watch me, don't touch me, love me.
There's that synth string work that's going back and forth, more so on the left side of her ears. There has to be a dance break with the I feel like there has to be a huge dance break, especially with that breakdown earlier with Wonyoung. I don't care what they say. That's a 10 for me. That is a 10 in my books, right? It is not necessarily up there in my alley in terms of taste. It seemed like it upon the highlight medley, but oh my goodness, the twists and turns, the intentions behind this song, just the fitting theme and pattern for this song, it sticks with me so much, everyone. It really does, and I feel like longevity value, it's gonna be in the rotation without a doubt. This is not just a one-hit wonder type thing, right? This is not just like a first go round, or it's like just in this moment when this was released, I can really sense a lot of replay value in this song, just as much as Heya, or even more, you feel me? But hey, let's just dive into the next track now. So this next track is titled Blue Heart, the actual official B-side, mind you. I sort of just realized that because when we have, of course, Accendio and Heya, I'm gonna have to figure that out later on, or maybe not, which one ends up being my favorite title track. But, you know, staying on track here, Blue Heart, solely based on the highlight medley. I was like, okay, this has to be my favorite B-side, if not one of my top favorite B-sides, the favorite B-side off of this EP. And that's not just due to Wonyoung being on the lyrics. I feel like she makes it even more special, you know, doing the lyrics for this song. But we got individuals who've worked with the likes of LE SSERAFIM's Eve, Psyche, and the Bluebeard's Wife, individuals who've worked with the likes of 50/50's Cupid, so a lot of huge tracks, and then individuals that I need to familiarize myself with, of course, after this album review. But shout out to all those individuals who've taken part on this song. But let me bring it up here right away, and let's find out and hear this one out, how this one's gonna play out here. So let's go.
Popping that reddish one, then bloom blue.
Oh, right away with Wonyoung.
Give you that frozen smile with my blue heart. 사뿐히 지려발지.
Ooh, the hi-hat work with Hyejin here.
진짜 뜻을 맞춰볼까? Baby, tell me what you want. 네 속에 푹 한번 드러내봐.
These lyrics, though, as much as the production makes me want to jam along to it, there's this melancholy feel I can already tell that's, yeah, it's gonna take. Doesn't burn easily. Yo. Oh my goodness. This song is so beautiful, but in a way, it's sad, but it is empowering as well, you feel me? I'm gonna talk a little bit about that even more after. Tell him, Wonyoung. Talking about this blue heart, right? Like, I don't have a red heart anymore, I have a blue heart. I am special in a way, in my own way. So catchy with the hook in the song too. Like, the hooks are 10 out of 10 in this one. And notice how they're mostly taking the drum bass route, which I absolutely love what I'm hearing right now. Bridge. EXO. Ooh, yes, that snare drum work. Liz. Yes, solely vocals. Bring it back. I love how the song is melodic too, in the right pockets and right moments. Ray! There's a lot to decipher there and to really uncover, but it really goes to show you the lyrics by Wonyoung, ooh, can really touch one's soul. And what do I mean by that, Garrison? Well, This song, what I'm essentially getting immediately right away is initially with the intro, which carries on to the chorus cleverly in the first go around, believe it or not. Popping that reddish, like one that blooms blue, and then it goes into talking about that frozen smile with the blue heart. So it's like, I feel like once was a red heart, now has bloomed into a blue heart. And one may seem like, that is a bad thing because, a healthy heart should be red, right? It shouldn't be blue. But this is more so of the case of resiliency, right? Encouraging others to really bloom, to have that blue heart of being resilient, being strong, and transforming into someone who is comfortable with who they are truly to the whole entire world. And what I'm trying to get to the point by saying here today is, it's truly, the song is about embracing your vulnerabilities and really viewing your vulnerabilities as your strengths. That's what Wanyang and IVE is putting down here today for Blue Heart, right? And we can go into the final stretch of the song later on when they talk about that red lie, red line, about this, why don't you realize it, But I feel like with how these lyrics play out in contrast to the the brights, like lights, minimal production work in this song, it provides that melancholy feel without a doubt. As much as you want to jam along with the song, you're sort of in your feels because there's this level of relatability towards practically all of us, right? We have our vulnerabilities, and at the end of the day, we want to tuck them in a closet and be gone with them because realistically, like, on surface face value, what do those vulnerabilities really bring out in us, right? To just be hurt even more potentially, because in the past, quite possibly, and it probably has happened, where you've been targeted in those areas of vulnerabilities and all, or whatever you're vulnerable in and all. But like, just them voicing it out and singing it, saying, hey, even though these vulnerabilities could be, be utilized or mistreated in a way, you can use them to your strengths and better yourself. Who cares what they see and what they say? Go on your way and be strong and blue hearted, right? Oh my goodness, this song goes the extra mile, not only in terms of production with that drum bass work that is done in this minimalistic electro influenced manner, but with the lyricism. Come on, you gotta commend Wanyang, and of course the people behind the scenes doing the vocal direction for this song, and just the mixing and mastering as well, the blending of the vocals, and and how the hooks play out. Oh, so good. I think this has to be my favorite B-side in general out of their entire discography, without a doubt. But so far, my number one favorite B-side off of this EP, without a doubt, everyone. So we're going to break down the lyrics bit by bit because, like I said, this song is super meaningful. And I appreciate what they're doing here in the song.
That reddish one, then bloom blue heart, 파랗게 피어나지.
Popping that reddish one, then blooms blue heart, blooming in blue, right? So like, right, popping that reddish one, it's like at the start, right, of this red heart, right? But it's just a matter of like popping it and just being you know, strong, being resilient, right? So this is very empowering right from the start here. It may not seem like it, but the follow-up lyrics here, there's the resiliency part that I'm talking about. Give you that frozen smile. Like, no matter how hard it gets, you're gonna get through it. You know, there are better days, but you can make it, you know, make it a better time, right? You can still enjoy things in life, right? So it's like, oh my goodness, and softly crush it under. There is some loss in translation, obviously, when it comes to these lyric videos, and color-coded lyrics are not always correct, but I'm getting what they're putting down here. Are you guys finally getting what they're putting down here, or is it just me? Like, oh my goodness. Picking up the hi-hats, the synth work. So this baby, tell me what you want. It could be misleading in a way about a significant other, but no, this is you. You. Tell me what you want. Reveal what's inside. Reveal your true self. Be open, right? Like, I feel like at least people like me on my end, like, who's been very open to the point where I've been unfortunately manipulated and all, and utilized in terms of my vulnerabilities in harmful ways to myself. It's been unfortunate, but like, this is like, just keep doing you, right? There comes a cynical. No matter how hot you make it, no matter of what you make it, pretty much. Like, okay, typical, you may be poking at all my vulnerabilities. You can be, you know, attacking me like this, right? No matter what, how you may call it, right? You may call me typical, right? But hey, EXO, just this moment, so good. And then we get into this atmospheric moment with Liz, with this drum and bass work, right? I'm blue, this blue heart doesn't burn easily. So see what I'm saying here? This blue heart, unlike my red heart previously, wow, is bloomed into a powerful blue heart that just keeps on going. It keeps on going. It doesn't burn. It doesn't run out of gas per se, right? I am just gonna keep waking up every time with this heart, because I'm personally strong on the inside. Bloom's blue heart. Frozen smile with my blue heart. I like the vocoder work, the vocal effect tuning done in this moment. Love it so much, but you still can tell that it is Ray here, right? With her one-of-a-kind vocal color and just her tone to this song. So good. Reddish one, then bloom blue's heart. That extra vocal layer on the stretches, the ends of the lines, they're so beautiful, so majestic with it. See what I'm saying? No need to bother with those words, even if you trap me and, I am backs against the wall with my vulnerabilities. Like, hey, even though you're trying to use me, right? Hey, and you're trying to naysay me, all that stuff, I'm gonna remain as I am. Because no matter what, how you make of it, okay? Oh my goodness. These lines are so meaningful. I cannot understate this, guys. Like, seriously, hear this out. Consume this song. Understand it bit by bit as much as I'm doing here today. It really goes to show you, right? IVE is not just putting out spectacular music. but they're really going the extra mile and just empowering and encouraging us with their meaningful music as well. They can have fun music. They can have these melancholy tracks, but they can have these uber meaningful songs as well. Oh my goodness. Reddish one, then bloom, blue heart. I love that vocoder work. Gets a little bit delicate as we get into this moment here. Hold. Very precious moment here with the synthesizer work. EXO, time is running all out, you know, right? However, it may seem like that. It may seem like time is running out, but all along, I'm actually rising. I'm flying. I'm going on to better things, right? And hey, you know, like, I'm doing my thing at my own pace, so you better speed up. Catch up to me, right? I may seem like I'm far behind. I may seem to be that case, but I'm going my pace. I'm going my way. I am going on my own journey and path. Tell them, Yejin. You'll probably fall over, because honestly, people are falling over. It's because you're so caught up in someone else's life. You're caught up for what, you know, right? Whether it be hating the naysayers, right? You're wasting your time, right? Spectacular moment. You strip away all the instrumentation. You keep the vocoder work and vocal work here with EXO. Bring it back with that drum bass. Reddish one, then blooms blue heart. Frozen smile with my blue heart. Some vocal moments. So this like almost of an outro of a moment by Ray, right? You'll be exposed, red lie, you can't escape it, right? Red line, don't you realize, right? Hey, don't you realize you're just caught up in these schemes, and like there's this red lie that you're doing, right? Or more so of like there's this red line, like know your boundaries, right? Like, oh my goodness. I like how that connects with the blue heart. In a way, everything that's painted red is proposed to be bad, right? Those bright red words, those bad words, right? Anyways, far away, I'm being reborn. I'm blooming. See what I'm getting here? See what IVE is getting here? Oh my goodness. Literally a 10 out of 10. Honestly, I would go as far as saying, so far, my favorite song during this first listen and full album EP review. Hands down, full stops. I don't care what else others say, but Blue Heart is that go-to special song that's gonna have so much longevity to it, as much as Heya and Accendio, or even more, who knows. At least in my terms of personal taste, this is so up my alley. Personal taste, that drum bass that is not always utilized in the K-pop scene in a signature IVE manner, but in a meaningful manner as well. Like, come on, the best of both worlds are colliding, of my multiple worlds are colliding, including IVE. And as a fellow dive, I can appreciate this a lot. More people gotta understand this, not just as someone who's coming in from my position who's been hurt, but also the people who are not realizing that you should just go on your own way, mind your own business, and like bloom in your own way, instead of being very cold-hearted and being that red heart per se, right? Or poking at someone's red heart, right? So, wow, what a song. Not only it is melancholy, it is absolutely meaningful and beautiful. But hey, let's dive into the next B-side now. So this next track is titled Ice Queen. Almost was gonna say I've Queen, not gonna lie. That might be a clever title of an album in the future, who knows? But like, I remember going crazy hearing this during the highlight medley, and especially seeing Lauren Aquilina take part on this song because it makes so much sense. She has worked with IVE in the past before for tracks such as 11, Baddie, and even Hypnosis. So I'm not going to be surprised if I can really sense her influence upon this track, but also she has taken part on incredible hit songs. We're talking about Magnetic, we're talking about Perfect Night, of course, by La Seraphim. A bunch of my favorite songs out there, not gonna lie, that I still keep in my rotation for many do-good reasons. But Ice Queen, let's bring it up here, and let's hear what's all about. Sounds of the birds chirping, nature a bit. Liz, right away. She's a bit chilly somewhere. Tell him. Whoa, this pre-chorus. Hold up. Oh, this is sort of giving Hypnosis so far. At least influence, but oh, I love the attitude. Nice bounce to it. Ooh, the synthesizer work here. And how atmospheric it goes in this moment. Ooh, the pads here with Yijin. The muted drum kit work. Guys, what year am I in with this song? Oh, the delivery of Dry Ice is so satisfying by Wonyoung. But then we got Ray. If there's a member that's really suiting this song, is Ray for sure. What is this bridge? Triviality. Trivial. Castle. Ooh, I like the overlaying of the horns there. The great percussion work, like almost like sounding like glass, and the door squeaks. Bum bum. Ooh. I'm in the castle. Yo. Okay. Lots to handle in this song as well, not gonna lie. Like Ice Queen, I'm getting, in a way, what they're putting down in this case. Most particularly talking about being the Ice Queen in that ice castle, right? In this stronghold, like, I'm in my element, you know, don't test me. Not following suit to others because, hey, this is my zone, this is my area, I rule it. But also the more so the case of, like, this is who I am, like, this is how unique and special I am. Like, showcasing that like individuality, because hey, I don't care. I don't care at all. If you guys caught the lyrics onto that early, especially when it comes to verse 1. I gotta say, from the initial verse 1, the pre-chorus, chorus, the post-chorus, everything was so smooth. Nothing was over the top, and unnecessarily over the top, that I mean, and abrupt with it, which I appreciate a lot. But then once we get into the bridge and the ad-lib work in this song, it truly goes crazy with it. It definitely has that almost influence and feel coming from Hypnosis for sure, because you're set in a trance throughout the entirety of the song. And that just seems like the case when it comes to Lauren Aquilina taking part on IVE tracks that are more so earwormy, right? And at the same time, like, set you in a trance, or in this non-stop, like, trance, I think so, in this hypnotic type of sense, right? But like how we initially start with the I'm in the castle, I believe, with Wanyang with the intro, and then we get into that initial verse 1 with the likes of Liz. Oh my goodness, they got my full attention immediately right away, and I love when songs really do that to me, but really keep me engaged throughout the song that's progressing and building on and leading into the chorus, right? So I'm gonna bring it up here. There's a good amount to talk about with the lyrics. Production work, quite a bit that I have to hear out more, because there's a lot of these fine details, like the sampling of the nature sounds, the birds chirping, right? This loop that's being played throughout this song, not only throughout like entirety of it, but more so of like the early steps of this song, but the final stretches as well in this song, right? Oh, that's definitely Wanyang. It seems that I don't fit in, you know, no matter what I do, it seems like I'm not fitting in. But like, this talks about the matter of importance of like, why do I have to fit in, right? I'm that ice queen. I'm like that. I'm not like, I'm different in a way, right? She's a bit chilly, right? Like, people tend to stay away from me because I appear to be cold on the outside, right? But this is the mentality that people should have, not just like in general, but like just, you know, going on about your life, not caring about how others like really view you and what you're doing, and feeling like, oh, what you should be doing for society, you know. I'm just saying, not conforming to people's beliefs and what they want you to do, because I find that really strange. Like, why do they want you to do something when they should be doing their own thing, you know?
Don't care at all.
Oh, EXO, very captivating throughout this song. Not gonna lie. Castle. Just very, how do I say it? When it comes to the vocal direction in the chorus, it's very punctuated. Like, it's done not necessarily in the staccato, but like very brief, and I like that attack and approach in this very almost cold-hearted kind of manner, in a good way, in a good sense of like, I don't care, this is me, I'm just on my way. I may seem cold and I may be the Siri Queen. Hey, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, you know? I'm gonna keep going my way. I'm cold towards those loud, noisy naysayers. Love the synthesizer work being injected in the song. Those pads, the muted drum kit work, and like this looping that's being done in verse 2, bringing it back. I love it. I think if there's another member who's really standing out in this song, Yejin. Oh my goodness, this verse 2. Oh yes. little bit of airy vocal work at times. Liz, there's a bit of that squeaking of the door sampling coming into play of obviously when it transitions into Liz. Bit of chimes here when it transitioned into EXO. Castle. I like how it's not always the same member with that I'm in the castle, right? They get, you know, they really pass along these lines well amongst the members. Great vocal tuning and effect work there. Or more so reverb. Oh, the doubling here with Liz. Love Gal in this moment. Oh my goodness. I love how we started with the I'm in the castle, and then the end in this very, like, almost not like a wasteland, but definitely in that like Iceland castle feel almost, if you are trying to understand what I'm getting here on that. But I love how there's times where it does go hard on the paint, and then there's times where it's just like being straight to the point in terms of the message, pretty much like, hey, I may seem cold, but hey, I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing my thing. I'm keep being that ice queen for me, myself, and only myself, right? Really, really, truly speaks about individuality and just like not caring, right, about other people's perspective and all that judgment that may be guided towards you, right? And that's, you know, a good amount of us being self-conscious of what we do and what we say and how we are towards others. Like, why does that matter at the end of the day? It should be a matter of how happy you are with yourself and what you do and all that, right? So, facts again, facts. So let's just get into the next B-side now. So this next track is titled Wow. And yeah, I'm seeing Lisa Rana, one of my top favorite lyricists out there, taking part on this song. We more than love to see her on this, as she has taken part on many of my favorite songs. We're talking about working with the likes of Weekly, Red Velvet, my favorite boy groups and girl groups at the end of the day, and even soloists. So you honestly can't go wrong when it comes to her lyrics, and you could honestly tell once we dive into Wow here and how fitting it's gonna be from the lyrics to the overall mood and vibe being set with the production in this song. So let's go. Okay, this is already bright. I still don't understand. Love the keyboard work in this song. How the chords play out. Yes, Kyle, get it. Get your moment. Oh, bringing back the drum, bass, but with that kick drum snare work and all. Oh, this has to be such a fun song at their concerts. Definitely a sing-alongable material song, I can tell. Okay, EXO. Oh, this is so sweet. How could it be like this? They're the opposite. Oh my goodness, the synthesizer work. This is one of those songs that you just can't help but to smile in the first couple of seconds and then it's in. Bit of Yijin. Yeah, this post-chorus. What if we're the opposites? But hey, it doesn't matter. We like each other. It's strange, but like, I'm just gonna go with the flow. I'm questioning it, but this is so amazing, yeah. Wow, oh my goodness. This is where, you know, the vocals are in the forefront. Not much filtering or vocal tuning at all. That's done in a stylistically like kind of manner, mind you, and definitely the brightest song on the album stylistically wise. It really goes to show you IVE's range, everyone, right? I just love the positive energy that they bring to this song and how they do continue with that drum bass work, which I feel like we need even more in the K-pop scene, but not in an overdone manner, because every time when something becomes trendy, it tends to become oversaturated. Unfortunately, we can't have that sort of happy medium these days in the K-pop scene. But like, wow. It has that wow factor to it. I think it really talks about like, hey, I may be cynical, you may be sweet, but how come these opposites attract, right? They talk about that north-south pole initially in that initial like verse, if I recall correctly, in verse 1. Why are we attracted to each other, you know? Like it seems odd, but like, oh my goodness, I am just gonna go with the flow and I don't care at all, which is emphasized with the final chorus there, but I don't care pretty much. So not a lot to talk about, like, production-wise, obviously. I think I've said what I needed to say for that end, but just the meaning, the intentions behind the song is so sweet. I think there are moments now I think of, like, is where, like, this lyrics video was definitely misleading in some moments, like, oh, this is really Gao, this is really Yejin. I'm probably gonna have to figure that out in this second go around here more. So let's do that together. But more so also on top of that, point out the lyrics and what I'm trying to say here. So let's go from the beginning and hear this out. This is obviously EXO. Definitely Wanyang. But yes, these keyboard piano chords that make it so bright. The key that they utilized for this song was absolutely brilliant, right? But that rapid fire drum kit work with that drum and bass genre influence that I'm getting here is absolutely amazing. That is definitely a Ray. Okay, yes, we are correcting ourselves here. Definitely not Gao. Obviously, or else I would be in trouble as a Gao bias, right? But There's almost this like xylophone like work that's like trickling by a little bit here and there. I love it, you know? Later on, not here actually. Hold. I like the little bit of the flexing of the vocals too. Favorite movies too. Music that I listen to, of course. Even MBTI. How can all of this be different? But like, you know, our chemistry is so good, and like, you know, it's like I like how the rap plays out here, and it's so sweet and cute by EXO. Oh yeah, like this lyrics video is so all over the place in terms of color coding, but like I love these lyrics. This, especially this moment here, this bridge. You have a soft heart. The sincerity. Like, sure, the production is not extraordinary or out of this world or super duper experimental, but it doesn't have to be, right? It can be straight to the point with the straight to the point of the lyrics to get that message out, and all in this sweet kind of fashion, as long as it's effective, right? It doesn't have to be intricate to be a good song. We'll just wrap it up with the final chorus and go around here. Just how they wrap it up with wow. Oh my goodness. Definitely did not expect this song to go the way it did, especially when you got tracks titled with like just one word, wow and all. But yes, sorry about this lyrics video. I just used these to get a guidance of the lyrics and understand some moments, but like I love the first go around with Gael, right? Ray earlier on that was mistaken for Gael in the lyrics video here. I loved her moment there in that moment, or of course verse 1 if I recall correctly, and the pre-chorus, and then EXO, she had her brilliant moments as well. Jordyn, definitely a lot of vocal moments occurred in this if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, you know, there's some songs where I feel like I want more of it of Gael, I want more of Ray, of course, and yeah, I feel like things can be definitely adjusted in the future, but you know, aside from that, I love how this song plays out. Wow. It just really seems like such a fun and sweet song that you can experience at their live stage performances and concerts, you feel me? But let's just dive into the next track now. So last but not least, we are wrapping it up with Reset here, and we're gonna see how this plays out because I'm not too familiar with the individuals behind this track. I'll make sure to do my due diligence and research afterwards, so you know I can mention them in the future more if they do end up working with IVE and my other favorites. But yeah, Reset here. Let's see how this wraps up the album, or just, you know, puts it out and lays it out in a certain kind of way or message, right? Oh, I like this bouncy bass. Oh, good shit. These lyrics seem very trendy, especially the production work, but Ooh, the cleverness there. Okay, these lyrics are so far on point from what I'm getting, if I'm not mistaken. TT. A lot of youthfulness is showing in this song, just with the playful, youthful lyrics. Ray. Gal, oh my goodness. Her vocals in the song. Very mellow chorus. I feel like the chorus will grow on me over time. It's just the kiki and the TTT works hand in hand and in unison with the production. Oh, so satisfying with the vocal delivery. Like everything's being done in a delicate manner. I would love more of that house keyboard work in this song, not gonna lie, in the forefront. But I still mess with this song at the end of the day. Just with the cleverness, like I said it earlier, I was like really thinking like, oh, this feels very trendy with the production and the lyrics and all. But I feel like Reset has its value for it as the right song to wrap up the album in this minimal, really chill, laid back, not necessarily coffee house kind of manner. I mean, if you go from start to finish with the intro, and then you go into that initial verse with Yejin and Gal, if I recall correctly, and then you have Gal really setting up the chorus so beautifully with that, like, almost like one-liner, I feel like, pre-chorus pretty much, and we get the kiki, t, you know, the laugh out loud, and the sad emoji being put in there. I haven't heard lyrics being played out like this in this very geared towards modern day generation type of influence, right? In that kind of trendy manner, right? So it's like, it's a vibe, it's a chillax song. I mess with it. I'm sure, just like others, there's gonna be people who are gonna have to get used to the chorus, like for me as well. But I feel like there's gonna be replay value in this song, without a doubt. I mean, if I am listening to the other B-sides, I might as well listen to the full album, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to go in that order, and I need to go listen to all of the tracks, because the quality in these songs, from the production, not only the lyrics, but of course, the members themselves are incredible. And I think if there's one track where Gael's truly shining, finally, it would be within Reset. For those who know, you know, my bias do be Gael. I mentioned that a ton of times already, but like I said, for Heya, so far everyone has wrecked me, and if we go into Accendio, I can't even imagine how that music video is gonna go. But just to break it down a bit before we wrap up this album review and all, notice Reset. It doesn't take a future house route by any means, but everything's in unison, from the vocal direction, the production work. That's why I really love it, with the cleverness in the chorus, obviously. Where did that sweet version of you go? The emojis. there's almost of that like anticipation of the text message with the pre-chorus one-liner with Gal here almost. I'm just gonna put in my status message, whether it be a cacao. Unburst them with a bang. Now I'm bored now. Really going to sleep now. It's not me just playing hard to get, like, for real. Like, I'm just bored or I'm just tired. Sometimes this do be the true cold reality and all, but really love the clever lyrics, how these things play out. Then we get into this moment here. Hold up. Yeah. Well, please spare me. But I think with the follow-up like lines here, it makes sense why it's like, you know, please spare me, because why didn't you treat me the right time in like the first go around, right? You know, now you try to hold on to me as soon as I leave. That's painting the bigger picture. Now, if this line wasn't here, I wouldn't mess with the song fully as much. But yeah, this reset, refresh, feelings and all that stuff, like, it's gonna remain the same, right? That indifference. Love the airy vocal layering with Ray here. Notice how it's even more delicate with it in the final go around. Bring back the instrumentation. It's no regrets, because it's like, why didn't you care in the first place, you know? Wow. All in all, perfect song to wrap up this album. They could have done it with Wow, but it works at the same time to keep reset for this kind of manner to wrap things up. But all in all, I think it's obvious. I think my favorite B-side do be Blue Heart. Just the overall production, arrangement to it, the lyricism, Wanyang making it even more special on the lyric side to that song. I think Accendio, I can't really tell if that will end up being my favorite title track, but I don't think that matters at the end of the day. I mean, it just goes to show you the quality of their title tracks. Our B-sides are so top-notch and untouched in a way that, like, this is just IVE themselves doing their own thing, doing what they're excellent at, is what, in terms of, like, utilizing their signature sound on genres that aren't often hit, like drum and bass, whether it be hyperpop, a little bit of that hyperpop influence, right? All these genres and influences that I've been talking about in this album review and previous album reviews pretty much. But Blue Heart, Ice Queen, Reset, Wow would be that order. I just feel like low-key Reset might overtake Wow, but then again, absolutely loved the lyrics by Lee Suran within Wow. But the meaningful messages in Blue Heart really stuck out to me. The melancholy feel, Ice Queen as well, but more so speaking about individuality and not conforming to society, and how people want you to see you do what they want to do and do what's so-called right in their opinion, right? And then you got Wow, very sweet, lovey-dovey type song, Reset, more so the moving on. But I like how it went back and forth from Ice Queen and Wow to Reset. But it goes to show you IVE's duality and how multifaceted they are. Am I right, fellow dies? But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your favorite B-sides in the comment section down below. Was it Blue Heart as well? Was it Ice Queen? Was it pretty much all these tracks, including Accendio? Let's be real with ourselves here. But let me know if you enjoyed any of my statements, my commentary today. Was anything even more eye-opening after going through my album review and like first listen or listening party, however you view this as. But as always, be sure to drop a like and a sub even, feel free to do so, as it helps out the channel so much. As someone who absolutely loves K-pop, been growing up with it, and as a huge fan of music, and who's, you know, played on the instrument side as well as some, you know, woodwind work, flute and all, tenor sax, all that stuff, but also consuming music and, you know, analyzing it. It's just a fun thing to do, just geeking out per se on the channel here, and like connecting with y'all who can really relate with me on these notes, whether it be sentimental or something as technical, you feel me? But take care as always. This has been Garrison, and peace.